what happens in week 3 after the death of a loved one?
Sure. So at this point, you've already done quite a bit. As far as the insurance companies go, if you haven't already sent in that medical claim paperwork, do that at this point. You're also going to want to cancel any automatic prescriptions or services that are no longer needed, like cell phones, internet, cable, those types of things. Send an email, call the 1-800 number, get those things canceled. You don't need to be paying that out anymore. And then begin to send thank you notes, to acknowledge those people who helped you with the funeral, or even in those first couple of weeks, those pallbearers, people that brought food, sent flowers. Maybe they made certain contributions to charities. You're probably going to want to send some thank you notes. And then your funeral director may even have some cards that you can even use. Maybe you don't even need to go out and buy those cards. They might have a stack of cards that you can even use. Some additional steps for a death when you have a spouse that dies. Okay, so this is specifically for a spouse that passes away. You're going to want to notify your bank and financial planner to review whether to take the name off of the jointly held property and to update those beneficiary information as needed. And Nick, I know you said earlier, those jointly held accounts, that's going to be important. So those don't go through the estate, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we're going to want to open a checking account in your own name if you don't already have one. And you're going to want to contact the IRA provider if they had one to determine if there's any required minimum distributions that need to be withdrawn. And if you are the beneficiary of an IRA, speak to the provider and your legal or tax advisor to help determine the most advantageous type of account into which you might place the asset. Talking to your financial planner, your attorney. That's, again, seeking a professional in this situation is really important. And then if your spouse owned a business, you need to start making decisions on what needs to happen. What's going to happen with that business? Are you going to continue the business? Are you going to sell the business? So those are going to be things that you really need to consider. So that's week 3.
Hopefully there was a business succession plan, right?
Yes. And if you don't have a business succession plan, you need to do it. This is your...
Today.
Yes. This is your reminder. Get that going. Even if you're healthy and young, have a plan on what would happen if I weren't here tomorrow. What would we do with the business? So that's something that we think about in our business. Would we continue or would we sell? What would that look like? So that's definitely important to consider. So that's week 3, Nick.